Ever since Emma's family moved into that imposing century-old Victorian house, something hung in the air, an unspoken warning, persistent and cold, as if the walls themselves knew secrets best left buried. Her parents had made it clear, above all else, there was one rule that trumped all others. She could roam every creaking passage, every sunlit room, but the basement door was off limits. Its heavy wood was scarred by age, locked 3 times with thick, rusted chains. A faded sign, its old ink smeared and bleeding at the edges, declared in scratchy letters, "Not a storage, not an exit, don't call what's inside." Emma, with her curious streak and fondness for urban legends, had rolled her eyes. She thought it was just another parental tactic, a gory story to keep nosy kids from getting hurt in a dangerous old house. Yet every night, as the wind wailed and boards settled, she caught her parents glancing nervously at that door, lips pressed tight, the keys always hidden away. Still, nothing truly happened, so she pushed the warning aside. That is, until the night she heard a knock. The house was silent and still, everyone asleep, but from the floor beneath her bed, a dull, hollow thud echoed upward. It was the kind of sound that shudders through your bones and leaves your skin crawling with goosebumps. Emma froze beneath her blankets, heart hammering, listening as the darkness pulsed around her. Maybe it was just the pipes, or the wind, or rats, anything but what it felt like. But then it happened again, the next night, the same time, 2:47 a.m., one heavy knock, then 2. On the third night, the sound was sharper, closer, and after the 3 precise knocks, there was something worse. A voice. It was dry and ragged, scraping like rusty nails across stone. "So cold. Let me out," it moaned. Emma tried to ask her parents. They smiled, too wide, too quick, their faces going pale. "Just old house noises," they insisted, but Emma saw their hands shaking as they double-checked the locks. Silence reigned at dinner, and shadows seemed to gather longer in corners. She began to dream every night of the door creaking open, a woman pale as bone, in a threadbare white dress, crawling slowly up the stairs with hair like a black veil, her face burning with 2 red, glowing eyes. The 7th night arrived, and Emma was already awake, eyes darting to her clock. At exactly 2:47 a.m., she heard 4 knocks now, each one heavier, more desperate. The room grew colder, her breath billowing in the air. She crept to her door, drawn by a force she couldn't explain. Down the creaking hallway, the locks on the basement door had all fallen open, scattered on the floor like broken teeth. The door was ajar, a crack wide enough for shadows to spill out. Emma's hand trembled as she took her flashlight and descended the decaying wooden steps. The air was so cold it burned in her lungs, thick with the rotten scent of earth, rust, and something old and metallic. She looked around. The basement was empty, almost entirely swallowed by darkness, except for one thing. An antique mirror loomed in the center of the room, shrouded with a black cloth that whispered as she approached, summoning a courage that felt borrowed. Emma yanked the cloth away. The reflective surface did not show her face. Instead, it showed another Emma. Gaunt, skin waxy and gray with hollow eyes the color of deep night, and a smile stretched too wide. Too wrong. That other Emma pressed her hand against the inside of the glass, eyes meeting Emma's with pitiless hunger. "Thank you for coming to replace me," she whispered. Emma's light flickered, and she blinked. The world spun, the temperature dropped in an instant, and she realized, with soul-crushing dread, that she was now on the other side of the mirror, looking out. Her voice refused to work as she saw the fake Emma step out, blinking curiously and holding her flashlight. The real Emma's scream was silent, sealed within the glass. Above, the basement door slammed with a thunderous clang. Outside, 3 new gleaming locks clattered into place. Now Emma waits in the dark behind the fractured glass, her breath fogging the wrong side of reality. She listens as the next knock echoes, sharp and eager, for the next unsuspecting soul who will dare open the forbidden door.